Alright, hey everybody, quick update here at Ford right now. Actually working on picking up the van. So working with Dwayne, my salesman here, he's been amazing. We got the order in, the van's here on the lot today, so we're just finishing up some final paperwork, confirming everything's correct, and then we're going to go outside, give the van a look over, and we'll be good to go. So I'll keep you guys updated here in just a moment. Alright, got everything ready to go, and here's the van. Woo! She's looking good. Excited to show you guys more details soon. Alright, here we are. Made it to Kentucky. Got the van here in one piece. So let me explain a little bit of what we're doing. So we finally have the van. We're about to begin working on the van. We're in Kentucky at my aunt and uncle's house, and this is it. This is our van, 2021 Ford Transit, just a cargo van. We did order it with the RV prep package from Ford, and so I know Ford has not been offering this package until very recently. So what I want to do is I want to kind of walk through the features that the van currently has and kind of give you guys an idea of what the van looks like directly from Ford with the RV prep package. So let's give a tour around. Alright, just starting to go over kind of the exterior of the van. So what we're looking at here is a medium length high roof 2021 Ford Transit cargo van, and this van we got here in the Abyss Gray. So you can kind of tell it's a lighter gray, almost like a bluish tint, and then we have the steel wheels with the heated powered windows and kind of the honeycomb grille here on the front. So it's a pretty clean looking vehicle, especially for, you know, a van in itself. I'm here in my aunt and uncle's pole barn, and I have some friends in the pole barn filming with me tonight. So if you spy any helping hands running in and out of the van as I'm filming, these are our barn cats. Yeah, real tough outdoor kitties, huh? Alright, we'll start talking here in the back. So you can see we have full height doors, and we actually went with the full 270 degree, I believe it's like 270 degree opening doors. I'll show you how that works here in a second. We also, with the RV prep package, it comes with the heavy duty tow package. So you can see we got the tow hitch down there, got all the towing hookups. The max towing capacity is somewhere around 3 tons, I believe. And then the max payload capacity for the cargo area itself is around 4,000 pounds, 2 tons. So let me show you how this 270 degree doors open all the way. I think it's super convenient. It definitely helps when you want to load or unload something, or back all the way up to something with the doors all the way open. But yeah, let me show you how that works. So essentially, there's a door release here, and you can release that door, open it all the way back around, and now you have that door is actually magnetized. There's some magnets on the side, so it doesn't go anywhere if you move it. Then to close it back, pull it back up, latches right back into place, and you can close your door all the way. Super convenient. Like I said, it was an additional add-on that we decided to add, but I think it's going to bring a lot of convenience, especially when we're wanting to back up directly to something, or if you're just loading something in and you don't want to worry about the doors closing on you or anything like that. Alright, let's start taking a look at some of the interior features that come here. So if you see in the door, there actually are rear door speakers that come installed directly from the factory. To us, that wasn't that big of a deal, but I know like some people may want more flexibility when it comes to the customization, or how you're going to insulate, etc. Maybe you don't want those speakers, maybe that gets in the way. So you may have to specify, if you're thinking about ordering from Ford, that you don't want that installed, because with the RV prep package on the 2021 Ford Transit, it did come installed, and that was not a request of ours. Now, there were some more speakers that actually, I believe that they normally install inside the cargo van. They did not install those. They did send them to us in a box. So if we do want to wire them in at some point somewhere in the van, we could do that. So that was actually pretty nice and convenient. As we take a step inside here, you can see it's pretty barren, which is good, especially if you're wanting to build out a camper van. Everything is available to you. All of the body panels are bare bones, no additional attachments on them. Sorry if it's a little dark. Yeah, there is this one plastic piece here, and all that is it's covering some wiring that I believe goes down and up to our backup cam here. So we'll probably remove that, especially when we're building our cabinets. Yeah, you can see the wiring coming out here. But that's really the only thing that's installed back here. Everything else is pretty barren, factory made. You can see I have my cowskin rug for my wife as a Christmas present. Thanks, Georgie. Yeah, so we do have some upgrades up here. We do have some different conveniences in terms of driving features, like adaptive cruise control. There's a lot of sensors on the side of the van, as well as like I showed you before, the wiring for a super wide angle backup cam. There's also a front cam as well if you're pulling up close to something in front of you. So there were some upgraded conveniences that we had, but then as part of the RV prep package, we also were able to get the swivel seats factory installed. So some of the advantages of the factory swivel seats versus aftermarket is it's actually a little bit lower. A lot of things we had read about the aftermarket swivel seats were that it could add some additional height, and Georgiana and I being relatively short, we figured that that might not be a risk we want to take. Let's go with the RV prep package. It comes with the factory swivels. So I'll give you guys a quick demo of how the swivel seat works. So the swivel seats are pretty easy to use, and I think the conveniences that it brings is not only does it allow you to obviously use the seat as a driver and passenger seat, but then once you do have it swiveled around, you gain that additional 3 feet of space as part of your living area, your camping space. So how that works is you just have to open your door when you want to swivel it around. A minor inconvenience, but not that big of a deal because you know you're really going to be doing this while you're camping. Slide the seat back, pull the yellow lever down here in the front, and then the seat will swivel all the way around. This is really cool, and I think Georgiana and I are super excited about this feature. I know that I really look forward to being able to put like a little desk right here that either folds down or is maybe on an arm, like a camper. I can't remember the name, but there's like an arm that supports different van desks and camper desks. We're looking into getting one of those, and then also mounting a monitor here on the wall that we can pull down, and I can use almost this as my workstation. So I do plan to attempt to work on the road, and I'm pretty excited that we're going to be able to use this additional space for me to work while still having the rest of the van built out to serve other functionality, etc. And then this chair also swivels as well. So if we just need additional seating, maybe we have a couple friends over in our house, you know, hanging out, eating dinner, this gives us the ability to host and kind of have that experience with all that additional room. All right, so now talking a little bit about what comes first. For us, the first things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting in some noise deadening pads here along the wall. The van at this point is basically a tin can. I mean, this is it. It's you, this wall, and then your outside world. So driving the van around even right now, especially when you get up to high speeds like on the interstate, etc., you can hear everything, which it's understandable. So there's these noise deadening pads we got. We went with a brand called Killmat. We got them from Amazon, so it was relatively affordable. And they're just going to be peel and stick. We'll show you a little bit of that process and how it works, but that just helps deaden the noise as it starts to enter your vehicle. The next thing after that is actually I've ordered some Bunk style windows that'll go here on this back panel, and what those will give us will be obviously windows that we can see out of when we're back in the back area near the bed, but then also the ability to slide those windows open, turn on the max air fan, which is another like the third step that we're going to have to do, and then that creates circulation while you're sleeping. As you have that max air fan suck the air out, you get air pulled in through your bunk windows, and you can sleep at a much more comfortable temperature. Also help control the moisture buildup inside the van. That way you're not having any mold or just any moisture issues in this small space while you're sleeping. And then after those things are done, we plan to add in some wood framing that you can attach, your walls, your ceiling on. And then behind that framing, we're going to put some insulation. So we've had a couple discussions with each other about how we want to insulate the van. There's lots of different options. People do spray foam, people do like hemp insulations, people do all kinds of things. At the moment, we're kind of deciding between two things, either doing spray foam, like having a home spray foam company come out and actually spray foam behind our framing, which would give us like one solid piece of foam. It would work really well. We wouldn't have to worry as much about the moisture buildup in the insulation. But once you do that, you're kind of locked in unless you want to spend time scraping foam out. The other option is a product called Thinsulate from 3M. And we're thinking about ordering that and putting that in, and that comes in a roll and is more of almost like a peel and stick solution, where you can add some additional adhesive to help you as well. The advantages of that being, obviously, you can go one piece at a time. You don't have to get everything ready and then have someone come out and do it, or you can also remove it for just a little bit more flexibility. The cat is about to knock over the tripod. I'm just waiting to see if I need to go catch it. But yeah, noise deadening pads, fan, windows, insulation, framing. Those are all the basic steps that we need to do before we can start building up any of the structure inside the van. We're going to have lots of time with our friends as we do our build. Alright, just went ahead and flipped the van around here so I could show you guys the giant sliding door that comes on this thing. This thing is huge, and it's going to allow for a lot of great, honestly, like indoor-outdoor living. We can open this door all the way up. We actually plan to bring our cabinetry and countertops maybe about halfway, a third of the way over the opening of the door. What this will allow us to do is kind of, like I said, have some indoor-outdoor living. We can live with the outdoors. There's a lot of different bug screens and other things that you can get that allow you to keep your door open as you're living. Again, the passenger seat here will actually be able to swivel around, so we'll also have the ability to sit here in the passenger seat, enjoy the outdoors, experience the advantages of camping, while also being able to stay in the van and kind of set up our miniature camper here. So we're super excited about that. We did go ahead and upgrade these windows here in the door, and then also the back windows to privacy glass from Ford. As you can kind of see the difference between the front and the side windows. The side windows are definitely darker, but I think that we could actually tint them even more, especially when you're thinking about having the privacy of your living space. Now, most of the time we're going to be sleeping, we're going to have like insulation window covers up in the windows, but theoretically maybe we want to sleep with the ability to see out without people seeing in. The advantage of having the window in the door and in the rear is legally they're not required for driving, so you can tint them well darker than the legal limit you would normally be able to for a car, which is pretty nice. So we might add some additional tint here and maybe get some base tint in the front windows, because these are very, very see-through. I mean, it's just straight glass from the factory. But as of now, we're super excited with the way the color looks. This is an abyss gray, and especially with the window tint, it looks pretty clean. We also opted into getting the factory step here, and while it's not like the prettiest step, it's super functional, and I'm super glad we did it. This step is like definitely doable, but it's just having this one additional step, it just adds like a little bit of convenience, and especially when you're going to be living in and out of this thing every day. Maybe you're going to be going on long hikes, maybe you're going to be skiing, snowboarding, etc. That just gives you, there's our cat friend, that just gives you that little bit extra, energy saver at the end of the day. So yeah, we're super excited about this process. Like I said, we're here in Kentucky at my aunt and uncle's barn. They've been gracious enough to allow us to stay with them, as well as allow us to use this space to work on the van and use their tools, and we're super excited about this process. So, I mean, if you're interested in following along and seeing more content, please consider subscribing, and leave a comment below about one place you're most excited for us to potentially go and visit. I know a lot of the places that we would really like to go are in Colorado, Utah area. We really want to go and do some skiing and some snowboarding whilst trying to stay in the van. So yeah, leave a comment. Let us know if there's any other places you think would be fun or interesting to travel in a van. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon.